Uh,
Recording in progress.
so, first of all, I welcome all of you to the last day of Super Memory Master Level 0, batch number 105. I'm sure that the experience so far has been great, and you all are enjoying this journey, the challenges, the tasks, the techniques, and the overall feel of this program, right? And congratulations to each one of you for giving your for doing this memory show with your parents. uh, Memory show with your parents. I request if someone is sharing the screen, please don't do that. Just a minute, friends. Yeah. So yes, experience. I'm sure that it has been great so far. And friends, very important thing is the memory show which you all have given. And how many of you are feeling confident after that, after giving that memory show? Am I audible? Am I audible properly? Okay, that's great. Okay, amazing, friends. Amazing, amazing, amazing. And friends, this is something which you should be doing on a regular basis, like the way you saw the video of Zia. Okay, and similarly, there are many memory masters who give such kind of memory shows, and the way the way the more you give memory shows, better will be your confidence on your memory, and that will create wonders for you in terms of your studies and whenever you want to remember anything and everything, right? So with this, let's go ahead. Now, what I'm going to do is, today is the last day. So let me give you a quick revision of each and every technique which we have learned from day one. Sounds like a good idea? Let's do some revision of all the things which we have done so far. So day one, the first topic which we did, the first topic with which we started was two foundations of memory. Can someone tell me what are the two foundations of memory? What are the two foundations of memory? No, no, not IWM. The first is observation, second is visualization. For observation, we did the human camera activity, and I had told you that you have to do that for 7 days. Two rounds are there in that activity that will enhance your observation capacity. Second is visualization, and as we discussed, visualization is equal to understanding. And I gave you the technique called IWM, imagine with me, and you did a lot of answers yesterday, day before also. How many of you think that IWM has been a game changer? How many of you think that IWM has been a game changer? It is really creating the effect which it should be creating on your memorization, right? Most of you feel so. So that's great. That's awesome. And friends, the more you practice IWM, your understanding specially will will enhance in that particular subject, that particular chapter, that particular question or topic, right? Now, in IWM, there are three things. First is three situations. I'm doing it. It is happening on me. It is happening in front of me. Right? These are the three situations. Secondly, there are two steps. Step number one, read with IWM. Step number two, close your eyes and revisualize everything. Right? Now, okay, Samiksha is saying I practiced today also 5 answers with IWM. That's great, Samiksha. Keep it up. Yeah. That's great. Chimpy is saying that IWM is the game changer. That's great. Now, friends, day two. Okay, before that, I had given you no gadget challenge. Do you want to know why did I give you that challenge? What is the reason of me giving you that challenge? Yeah, you all are wanting to know that, right? So let me tell you. Since the time the gadgets, the mobile, the internet, social media, all that has come up since last 20 years specifically, the human brain has become more busy. In the history of humanity, last 20 years have been the busiest for our brain. Why? Because the more you spend time on gadgets on social media, you need to be, your brain has to be on toes. Yeah, every single second there is new thing coming up. Reels, if you see reels, it's only 10 seconds, 5 seconds, 20 seconds, and then the new reel comes. Brain has to be more active. So what happens is, whenever you whenever you start, I mean, whatever information comes in your mind, first the brain will process that information. Okay, and processing the information takes away a lot of energy. Okay, then that information goes into the short term memory. So that's how the process is. So now, when you are on social media, you are giving more information than what it is needed for your brain to know, for your brain to receive. So your brain is processing more, brain is occupying more of its energy, and that's why, how many of you have seen that when you spend a lot of time on gadgets, you feel tired at the end of the day. You're not doing anything physically. You're just sitting at one place. Still, you feel tired. You feel out of mood. You feel bored. You feel like not doing anything, right? Now, lazy, sleepy, exhausted, correct? Now, why does it happen? You are just sitting at one place. There is no physical exhaustion. It is mental because your mind has consumed a lot of energy. And then, if you sit for studying or if you do your work, what happens is there's no energy left. Are you getting it? And since there is nothing to do, you will again go to your gadget. It's a cycle. Are you understanding? And that's why we need to put some kind of control on that. I'm not saying that you stop using the gadgets completely. Is it possible nowadays? No, it's not possible. But can we can we restrict the usage? Yes, we can. So once a week, okay, for 6 to 8 hours, stay away from gadgets. Start practicing it, no matter which age group you belong to, right? That will create a lot of good effect on your mental health. Believe me, believe me, it is going to create wonders, right? It's also known as digital detox. Yeah, you can try it out, and you will create wonders, right? So that is why I had given you the gadget no gadget challenge. And there is one more thing, that those who have done that, those who have completed the challenge, they are, I'm sure they were more committed for this course. They were more sincere and serious about this course. So that naturally happened because you did something which was very difficult for you, right? So now, friends, let's go to the second day. Day two. First we started with concentration boosting, right? So we did. I told you that interest, it's lack of interest which is not allowing you to concentrate, and second reason is stress, and concentration means having no thought, right? Now we did brain gym. So let's do few more brain gym exercises. Yesterday we did this one. This was the first one, and then we did this one, right? Now let's do one more. Let's do one more today. So keep three fingers like this. In one hand, three fingers. Second hand, these three fingers. Do you see the difference? Yeah. And now, change, 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 change. Come on, keep on changing. Change. Okay. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Now, again, two fingers, but in this hand, these two fingers will be there. Do you see the difference? Yesterday, these two fingers were there. Today, these two fingers are there. One, two, three, start. Change, 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 change. Am I properly audible and visible, everyone? Am I properly audible and visible? Okay, okay. Farhana, please check your network. Clear from my side. Okay. Now, one more. Five fingers and one finger. Five and one. Change. It's very easy. This is the easiest one, I think. Yeah. You can do it fast. Okay. So now, so these are some of the exercises, and there are many brain gym exercises. Yeah, and whenever you are into stress, whenever you are working, whenever you are studying, and you feel that you are not able to concentrate, just do this for a few minutes. You will see a lot of improvement in that, right? Yeah, Divya, I already discussed all that in the yesterday's class. You can go back to the recording. Why the brain gym is important. I had given the the whole idea about it. So let's go ahead and let's talk about the second thing which we did yesterday. Okay, we did the five senses meditation also. How many of you have done the five senses meditation today before coming for the class? Before coming for the class? Okay, okay, great. That's awesome. Are you feeling a difference in your concentration, your state of mind? Most important, your state of mind. Remember, I had given you the example of Ashita yesterday. She, before she starts her rifle shooting practice, she does this meditation. Before she starts her studies, she does this meditation. There is one more student of mine who is a professional pilot. Okay, he's from Lucknow and he's an international pilot. He also has done this workshop because he has to give some exams. He told me that before he starts his flight, he does this meditation, and that has created amazing amount of concentration for him. Being an international pilot, his flight duration is minimum 3 hours, and it is helping him like anything. So see, even in such position, people are getting the effect of five senses meditation. So whatever you do, you can literally create a very positive state of mind immediately after doing the five senses meditation. And today I'm going to give you the link of that meditation at 1 o'clock. Now, second thing which we did yesterday was link system, how to remember 100 things in 10 to 15 minutes. So yesterday we did 30 words in 3 minutes. Plus, we did, totally, how many words have you done? You've done 60 words. 30 words here in the class, 20 words you've done in the WhatsApp group, the words were given, and 10 words memory show. Total 60 words. How many of you are feeling proud of yourself that you've done so many words uh, in such a short span of time? Yeah, pat your back if you are feeling proud about that. That's super awesome. And today we are going to do the advanced level of the same, right? Uh, okay, have you gone through that video, the YouTube video? We had given that video. Yeah, have you gone through that? Yeah, it's okay if you don't remember what was there, but have you gone through that video? Super awesome, super awesome. Now, friends, today we are going to first talk about smart revision, then speed reading basic level. I hope that you have a textbook with you, right? Or a non-fiction book. Then two bonus techniques. First is the multiplication tables technique. Second is the country capital memorization technique, which is nothing but the advanced level of link system. And then I'll give you the presentation of our uh, next level workshop. I'll also be giving three tips to parents, right? How many parents are here, right, please? How many parents are here, right, please? Okay, today I'm going to give you three very important tips and I'll give you the meditation link. So let's start with the first topic of the day, that is smart revision plan. So I have a question for all of you. The question is written here on the screen. The question is, if you read a chapter today, then after how many days do you revise the same chapter again? 1 month, 3 days, 1 month during the exam. So I was the one who used to do everything before exam. How many of you do that? Just studying before exams. Yeah. Now, that was something which was not a good idea because you know what happened with me. So after 10th, we in 11th, we have a in our Maharashtra education system. After 10th, we have college, right? So in 10th standard, I had decided that I want to go to a particular college, which is one of the best, commerce colleges in Mumbai, NM College. And I was just short by 5 marks, and I did not get into that college. And then I had to go to Mithibai College. So the point is that you will you you will lose out by some negligible things just because you are not doing enough number of revisions. Smart revision plan is something which says that you need to do multiple revisions. Now, as I said that I'm giving personal mentoring to Zia, to Ashita. There are 63 students who are getting personally mentored by us currently. Me and my team, not of course only me. Now, all of them are applying this smart revision plan on a daily basis. And that's the reason why they are improving by 5%, 10%, 15%, 20%, even 25, 30%. Now, before your exam, more number of times you have read one thing again and again, higher are the chances for you to recall that particular information while you are writing the exam. But unfortunately, we hardly do one revision, and then we expect to remember everything like a superhuman. That's not possible, right? Why it's not possible? Because our memory, our brain works in a certain process. Let me show you that process. First thing is, whatever information you receive through your five senses. These are the five gateways to your memory: your eyes, your nose, ears, tongue, and skin. They constantly receive some or the other information, right? You know what? In 1 minute, whatever your eyes can see is equivalent to the data which you store in your one mobile phone, right? 64 GB or maybe more. It's getting stored in your eye through your eyes every single minute. So huge amount of data is getting going to your brain. Similarly, whatever you hear, you can literally hear 8 to 10 sounds every single second. Okay, breathing. You are breathing. You are smelling, and constantly some or the other smell is going through your nose, and that information is getting received by your memory. You are speaking something. You are tasting something. You're feeling something through your skin. Everything is creating a huge amount of data at the end of the day. And that's why, the what why we gave you five senses meditation, because five senses are the gateway to your memory. Understand that. Now, once that data is received in your mind, it first goes into short term memory. But our exam is in the short term or long term? Is it that today you learn something and today evening you have to give your exam? No, right? Our exam is in the long term. And that's why we need to ensure that whatever is important, remember the word, whatever is important, that should definitely go to the long term memory. But as of now, what is happening? What is not important, that is getting stored in the long term memory. What is important, that is just going in the short term memory and then it is getting removed, right? Like, for example, you had a fight with someone. You will remember throughout your life, right? A movie or a song or a match or some funny incidences, some sad incidences that will stay in your long term memory. But when it comes to studies, it doesn't stay, right? And that's where the problem is. That's why you need so many revisions. Because let me give you a shock. Whatever information you receive within 24 hours, 80% of that you will forget forever. Should I repeat again? Whatever information you receive, 80% of that you will forget forever, because your brain will store only what is important. Now, how does brain decide what is important and what is not? So brain decides if your five senses were involved while receiving that information. Okay, then it is important. If your senses were not involved, it is not important. So when you are watching a movie, how much are you involved? You are 200% involved. Am I right? When you are watching a game, a sport, or an IPL match, you are 200% involved. When you're talking to your friends, you are 200% involved. But are you that involved when you are studying? Are you that involved? Are you that involved? Yes or no? No. And that's why brain feels that this is not important. So brain will remove it within 24 hours. It will definitely remove it within 24 hours. Are you getting it? That's why. So that's why, the again, why five senses? Why you should start your studies with five senses meditation? Your senses will be more involved into whatever you study. Getting it? Secondly, the second alternative is, if you are not involved into the study, even if you do multiple revisions, so you are reminding your brain again and again with the same data, brain feels that this is something important. That's why it is coming again and again. So brain will shift that data to the long-term memory. I hope that now you are understanding the importance of revision. So if you want to remember anything for a year, you need four revisions. Okay. Out of the four revisions, the first revision is the most important. And any guesses when you should do your first revision? Any guesses when you should do your first revision? Any guesses? Any guesses? Okay, so let me tell you something. You should do your first revision. Be ready to get shocked within 24 hours. Okay, within 10 24 hours. Why? Because within 24 hours your brain will remove 80% what is not important. If you are revising within 24 hours, you're telling your brain, hold on, this is important, don't dare to remove it, please store it in the long term memory. Are you getting it? You're giving a reminder to your brain. That's why you should do your first revision 24 hours. When you do the first revision within 24 hours, your brain will keep that data as it is for minimum of 7 days. But after that, it might you might forget it. That's why you should do your second revision within a week. If you do your second revision within a week, you will easily remember that data for 30 days. With After 30 days you might forget, but not before 30 days. And that's why you should do your third revision within 30 days. If you do your third revision within 30 days, it will get stored for at least 6 months. But after that, you might forget it. That's why you should do your fourth revision within 6 months. This is the way you should be working. And if you work this way, you can create wonders. You can definitely create wonders. You can easily remember something for a year. Now, let's say your exam is not after a year. Let's say your exam is within 6 months. Then you don't need four revisions. You just need three revisions. Why? Because if you do three revisions in a month, you can remember things for 6 months. Let's say your exam is within a month, then you don't need three revisions. You just need two revisions. Because if you do two revisions, you can easily remember things for 30 days. And let's say if your exam is within a week, then you just need one revision. Clear, everyone? Now, one thing which will come in your mind is, sir, do I have so much of time to do so many revisions? Okay, it looks good when you are explaining it, but when you have to practically implement this, it looks difficult. How many of you think that it is practically difficult to implement, or it is almost impossible to implement, considering the amount of chapters I have, the time which is left, and I am also occupied into so many other things. I've throughout the day I have my coaching classes. When will I study? I have to do my assignments. When will I study? Right? Now, let me tell you how to practically make it work. Yeah. One thing is clear. One thing is, from my experience, I am saying that those who are implementing this, they have created wonders. So, let me ask you a question. When you learn a chapter for 2 hours, let's say there is a big chapter and you want to completely understand that chapter, and it takes 2 hours for you to learn that chapter. Then the revision of the same chapter takes how much time? Considering it's a 2 hours chapter in fresh reading, 45 minutes, 1 hour, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 1.5 hours, almost the same time. Okay. Now that's where we are making a mistake. Okay. Revision cannot be so slow. The problem with us is that revision also is considered as an opportunity to understand everything again. And that's where we are slowing down. See, one slow revision, instead of one slow revision, if you do four quick revisions, that will help you more, because the same information is going again and again. If you do one slow revision, you are giving that information only one time. But if you are doing three to four quick revisions, you are giving that information for more number of times. Brain will store it. Are you getting it? You need multiple revisions. And for that, your revision speed has to be super fast. Now, note down the formula. The formula is whatever number of minutes you spend on learning the chapter for the very first time, for the revision, you should take only 1/12 part of the time which you have spent for the learning. So divide by 12. Let's say if you are taking 2 hours to learn the chapter, that is 120 minutes. Okay. Then the revision of the same chapter should take 120 minutes divided by 12, that is only 10 minutes. If you are spending more than 10 minutes, although you are putting your time, but it is going to be wasted. In the end, it is going to be wasted. How many of you have seen that even if you spend a lot of hours in revising one single thing, at the end of the day, effect is not the same. There's no more effect. It is as good as not doing it, right? So you need multiple revisions and not single revision, right? So let's say if you are learning a chapter in 1 hour, that is 60 minutes, then the revision of the chapter should take 5 minutes because 60 divided by 12 is 5. So that's the rule. Divide by 12, okay, for your theory subjects. So from now onwards, you have to do two things. First, when you start learning a chapter, take a note of time, how many minutes you have spent. Okay, you will see this is something which is literally initially you will take time to get adjusted to this thing. But note down the time and then ensure that divide by 12, whatever is the number coming, you are revising in that much time. Start doing it and you will see, a lot of effect, positive effect. Now, how to do such a speedy revision? That's your next question, right? So the answer to that question is speed reading, right? Speed reading. So today I'm going to teach you the speed reading, which can literally help you to revise a 2 hours chapter in 10 minutes. Suppose you learn that technique of revising so fast. Then how many of you think that it is possible to implement this plan? Yeah, then it's possible. Yeah. So all we need to do is to understand how to do fast revision. That's it. Right. Now, let's before I go for speed reading, let me tell you last thing about speed reading, about smart revision. How to schedule your time. How many of you are struggling with your scheduling part? You don't know how to schedule your time for studies, and you end up doing a lot of hard work, but at the end of the term you realize that still there is a lot to do. So many chapters are still undone, and some chapters are done multiple times, right? So, so what to do about that? So you should schedule your time. You should schedule your day, your month, your week, your year by keeping this four revisions in mind. So that should be your central point. Okay. So what you should do? Let's say on Monday, whatever number of chapters you've done. On Tuesday, before learning a new chapter, you should first do the revision of Monday's chapter. On Wednesday, before learning a new chapter, you will first do the revision of Tuesday's chapter. That means before I start anything new, first I will do the revision of yesterday's chapters. Then only I will start a new chapter. That should be your ritual. Clear? So first revision will automatically be done. Second revision is within 1 week. So one day in the week should only be the revision day. So on that day, you will not learn anything new. You will just revise whatever you have learned in the last 6 days. Let's say Sunday is your revision day. So on Sunday, you will not learn anything new. You will just do the revision of whatever you have done between Monday to Saturday. Right? Third revision within 30 days. So last 3 days of the month should be your revision days. So 29th, 30th, 31st May. You will not learn anything new on these 3 days. You will just revise whatever you have done throughout the month. And fourth day, fourth fourth revision should be within 6 months. So generally we have our term exams within 6 months, right? So before that exam, whatever revisions you do, the last minute revision, that should be your fourth revision, right? And this is how you should plan your whole, revision plan along with your normal study, right? Even for competitive exams, it will work. Even our competitive exams within, I think I told you guys yesterday, right? So we have a series of if you join our level one program, we have a series of live sessions specially devoted for board students, competitive exam students, and CA students. Right? I talk about that also, and they all do this smart revision plan. So definitely not to worry. That will definitely be taken care if you do smart revision. Now, let's sort out the reading part. speed reading part. So I'm going for speed reading. I hope that you are clear with the smart revision plan. Now, how many of you promise me that you will start implementing this plan? How many of you promise me? How many of you promise me? Okay, that's great. That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, let's go to the speed reading part, right? I hope that a textbook or a non-fiction book is ready with you. Ready with you. So let's go for that. Now, before we start, let me ask you a question. There is a quiz, okay? I'm sharing a picture, sharing a few people's photos. Can you guess who are these people? Swami Vivekanand. The first picture is Swami Vivekanand. Bill Gates. The fourth picture is Bill Gates. Warren Buffett, right? Third picture is Warren Buffett. Second is JFK, John F. Kennedy, former president of USA. And the last picture is the founder of our organization, Sri Latesh Shah, right? Now, all these people are from different backgrounds, but one thing is common amongst all of them. And what is that? That is, they are all speed readers. Okay, they all are speed readers. Now, Swami Vivekanand, he was known for his reading speed, right? He was known for his memory. John Kennedy, the former president of USA, he popularized the culture of speed reading in USA. He was such a big fan of speed reading. Warren Buffett, one of the richest men of the world, and a investment and a philanthropist, and same with Bill Gates, right? They both are friends, and they both are also known for their love for reading, and they read with the help of speed reading. And Latesh sir, I personally know him. He's read more than 10,000 books, and his style of reading is speed reading. So once I was in flight with him, we were going somewhere, and in just one flight, he completed a 200-page book in around one and a half hours. So that's his speed. Now, why they all chose speed reading and not slow reading? What was the reason for them to choose speed reading and not slow reading? Any idea? Do you think to save the time they should have done that? They would have done that. Yeah. You know what? For such kind of people, their biggest priorities is learning and reading. Let me tell you, their biggest priority is that learning and reading. So why did they choose? Why did they choose speed reading? It's not because to save the time. It is because the benefits which they get by doing speed reading, which is practically not possible at all if you do slow reading. Yeah. Why I'm saying it? Because what is the average thinking speed of a human brain? Okay. What is the average reading? Okay, please don't spam. Whoever is spamming, I'm not going to read it if you send it again and again. Please. It's a request. Please, it's a request. Yeah. Average thinking speed of human brain is 300 to 800 words per minute. Okay. Now imagine you think in such a great speed, but the problem is your reading speed is not matching with that. What is our average reading speed? Hardly 150 to 250 words. And that's what is the problem, right? Now, when you think at such a high speed, and if you read at such a low speed, what will happen while you are reading? Let me tell you something. Let's do one experiment, okay? Now I'll speak in a very slow speed, right? Now you all are attending super memory master level 0 workshop. What will happen? If I continuously speak like this, in next 5 to 10 minutes, you all will leave the meeting, right? Now, you will get bored, you will lose your interest, you will get into some other thoughts. Why? Because whatever you are receiving, that is very slow, and whatever you are thinking is very fast. Are you getting why you are not interested in your boring subjects? One of the major reasons is you are reading them slow. How many of you have seen the subjects which you like, you naturally read them fast? How many of you have seen that? How many of you have noticed that? The subjects which you like, you naturally read them fast. Subjects which are easy to understand, you naturally read them fast. Now, do you want a shock from me? That's not the reality. The reality is that where whatever you read fast, you naturally develop interest into that and you naturally start understanding them better. It's not that because they are easy and interesting, that's why you are reading fast. It's the other way around. So, that means whatever subjects are difficult or boring, it's because you are naturally reading them slow. Because there is an assumption I will not understand. Try reading them little faster. It will be uncomfortable as a beginner. But once you have a practice of it, you will realize that you are understanding them as well as the way you understand the other subjects. Okay? And that's where speed reading is important because when, see, your brain needs 300 words per minute and you are reading at the speed of 300 or 400 or 500 words per minute or even beyond that. That means now you are matching with the speed of thoughts. So thoughts will not interrupt, thoughts will support that. And as a result of that, your focus will be better and you will understand better. Right? See if you are clear with this. Right? See if you are clear with this. Amazing. Amazing. Now, let's do a speed test. How many of you want to know what is your speed? Yeah. So 300 words per minute is the starting point of speed reading. That is not speed reading. That is the starting point. From then onwards, the speed, the speed reading stage starts. So let's learn what is your current speed. Yeah. So for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share a 100-word paragraph in front of you. If 300 words should be read in 1 minute, then 100 words should be read in how much time? Right, Vaishali? 20 seconds. Yeah. 100 words should be read in 20 seconds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share that paragraph on the screen and I will have the timer of only 20 seconds. And in 20 seconds, you have to, you know, read everything. Clear? Clear with the instruction? Yeah? So, okay, let's do one thing. Don't try to increase your speed. Read in the speed which is your natural speed currently. Otherwise, you will not get the correct speed. Yeah. So let's do it. The moment I share the screen, my 20-second timer will start. One, two, three, and start. Okay, please stop. How many of you were able to complete? All those who were able to complete, so your speed is around 300 words or more. So that's good. And those who were not able to complete, those who were not able to complete. So let's check our speed. So what I'm going to do is I'll be sharing that paragraph again, and it's exactly 100 words. So you need to count each and every word which you have, read. Getting it? And then I'll tell you the formula of converting it into 1 minute. So please count. So even is, and, the, count everything. Let's say you just missed out last couple of lines. Then count the words from the last line and deduct that thing from 100. How many words? 91 words who spent. Mahima 47, Disha 91, 75, 58, 47. Now, this is your 20-second speed. Yeah, we need 60 seconds speed. So what you should do? Multiply this by 3. Multiply this by 3. And that is your word per minute speed. Okay, let's say you read 50 words in 20 seconds. So 50 into 3, that is 150 words. So write that and write WPM. WPM means word per minute. 150 WPM, 200 WPM, 250 WPM, 300 WPM, whatever it is. WPM means word per minute. Okay, 285, 255, 135, 300, 180, 222, 130. Awesome. Now, this is your current speed. Are you getting it? This is your current speed. Now, if it is below 300 and let's say it is, you know, uh, before two, so 251 to 300, that means it's an average speed. You are in an average reader. You need to just do little more efforts to go beyond 300. If you are 250 or below, but 150 and above, so between 151 to 250, that means that is poor speed. And if it is below 150, okay, that is very poor speed, right? You need to work a lot. So that's okay. This is your starting point, and you should realize that the subjects which are difficult, your speed even goes further down, and that's why they are difficult. You need to specially be conscious and increase your speed in your difficult subject, and you will see that those subjects have started becoming easier. Now, uh, let's let's learn the method of speed reading which can increase your speed. Now, one doubt which will come in your mind is, sir, speed will definitely increase, but what about comprehension? What about understanding? How many of you think that what to do about that? Yeah, sir, understanding will not improve, and we need to understand everything, right? To learn. Now, let me tell you. Let me give you a warning. The warning is, as I said yesterday also, that when speed will increase as a beginner, your understanding will not increase. It will not increase. It will stay the way it is. But with practice of 2 to 3 weeks, along with the speed, even understanding will improve, right? So initial 2 3 weeks will be a struggle. Are you ready to go through that struggle? Because at the end of that struggle, you will be having improved speed and even improved understanding. Whatever understanding level you have currently, you will improve from there as well, because your focus is better. But initially it will not happen, since so many years you are reading slow. So it is difficult for you to improve immediately when it comes to understanding. So my request to all of you is, don't worry about understanding for next 2 to 3 weeks. If you are consistent in practice of speed reading for next 2 to 3 weeks, you will see that your understanding level is also improving. And now 2 to 3 weeks is, I'm saying, highest. Some of you will see the instant improvement today itself. Some of you will see it in 2 to 4 days. But 2 weeks to 3 weeks is, something which is an average, which I'm telling you. Yeah. So you should be able to do that. And I'll tell you one more thing, and that is, for next 2 to 3 weeks, practice speed reading only for revisions and not for the fresh chapters. Let me repeat again. For next 2 to 3 weeks, practice speed reading only for revisions and not for the fresh chapters. Yeah, so that you don't have to worry about understanding part. You are managing both. Clear? Right? See if it is clear in your mind. Right? See if it is clear in your mind. Okay, so I think we are good to go, and let's start. Let's start. So there are four types of speed reading. You can see my screen. There are four types of speed reading. Type one, just yeah. Type one is the basic level speed reading. No, you don't have to type 1. I'm saying type 1 reading style is basic level. Okay. Type 1 is basic level, which is ideal for revision. Type 2 is advanced level, which is also known as the 3 round reading, and which is basically for even for fresh chapters, you can do that. Type 3 is word capturing method. So word capturing method is something which is like you are reading in speed, and while you are reading in speed, you can even capture keywords, important names, important numbers, important data while your speed reading is on. And the last type, the fourth type, is reverse reading. Okay, so in reverse reading, what happens is uh, that the most complicated subject or a completely new subject which you are starting for the first time, then you can do reverse reading as well, right? So these are the four types, and today we are going to focus upon the basic level. Now, what is speed reading basic level? It is ideal for revision. First thing first, don't try basic level speed reading for the fresh chapters as a beginner. Once you have practiced it for a couple of weeks, you can even apply basic level speed reading in the fresh reading as well, but not as a beginner. What should be the ideal time? So, as a beginner, minimum 3 minutes, maximum 10 minutes. Don't try speed reading for more than 10 minutes as a beginner. So, let's say if you want to try it out for more time, after 10 minutes, take a compulsory break of a couple of minutes and then again start. Don't stretch it continuously for more than 10 minutes. Yeah, as a beginner. And how to do it? So, first is aim to read 2 to 3 times faster than your normal speed. That's a very basic thing, right? Try to read 2 to 3 times faster than your normal speed. Second thing is apply 2 rules and 3 steps. So, what are the 2 rules and 3 steps? Let's go for that. Rule number one is pacing. Pacing means what? Move your finger or pen below the text while you read. Very important. Okay. So, how many of you do that? How many of you have this habit of doing it? Yeah. Those who don't, I would specially recommend all of you to do it. It's very simple. Okay. Here is the book. Below the text, you just keep on reading it. Why it helps? So your eyes can get distracted very fast. Eyes can see so many things. Right now you are seeing the screen, but you can even see what is beyond the screen, right? Similarly, when you read the book, you are reading one line, but your eyes can see the paragraph which was before that, the paragraph which was after that, the next page, and even beyond the book. And that's where what happens is that uh, you know your speed will naturally go down because your eyes are getting distracted and your focus will not be there. So understanding will also hamper. So simple, you can do it, right? Even if you are on the laptop, okay, you can move your cursor, or maybe you can move your finger if it is possible. If it is not possible, that's fine. But for physical books, definitely you need to move your finger. Clear? Now, second thing, rule one is that. Okay, what is the beauty about this rule is after you are comfortable. Let's say you read 2 to 3 paragraphs. Then try increasing the speed of your finger. You know what? Naturally, your reading speed will increase. Naturally. Okay. So that is first thing. Pacing. Rule number two is what to do when you don't understand a particular part. What you generally do when you don't understand a particular part. Thank you, Harsh. Hardeep, in the end, will do that. We read it again, right? But when you are doing speed reading, you are not supposed to do that. Even if you don't understand anything, just move ahead. Let me repeat myself. Even if you don't understand anything, just simply move ahead. Why? Because you are reading in an accelerated speed. You are reading in a higher speed. And if you try to reread something, you are suddenly applying a brake. You're moving a car in a speed of 120 kilometers per hour, and suddenly you are applying the brake. there is a high chance that you might meet with an accident. That's why you should not reread anything, even if you don't understand anything. See, once your whole chapter is over, you can again go back to that part and you can read it slow. But while the speed reading is on, your brain is working in a faster speed. That time, don't give a jerk to your brain. It will in fact harm you. Clear? So that's why you should not, read it again. I hope both the rules are clear. Right? See if it is clear in your mind. Both the rules are clear. Pacing and just move ahead even if you don't understand anything. Yeah. Now there are three steps, and what we will do is we will practically implement those three steps. So take out your book. It's the time for practically practicing the speed reading. Yeah, and do the you need to do the revision. Okay, you need to do the revision. So please take out the chapter which you have recently learned and you want to revise. Write R if you are ready with it. Newspaper is also fine if you are not a student. Newspaper or any non-fiction book is completely fine. Okay. Now, first rule is pacing. Supriya, first rule is pacing means move your finger while you are reading below the text. Okay, so now let's go for it. So there are three steps. So what are these steps? First step is before reading process. Second step is after reading process. Sorry, second step is during the reading, and third step is after reading process. How many of you, be honest with me, how many of you directly start reading? I mean, you are in so much of hurry that you want to complete everything. Yeah, don't do that. Always apply these three steps before reading, during the reading, after the reading. I'll tell you what are they. Okay, and so let's go for the first step, that is before reading process. Okay, so in that you need to do two things. First is take 1 minute before you start reading. Take 1 minute and read all the important topic titles and terms. Yeah, you have to, let's say it's a 10-page chapter. So go through each and every page, whatever is important titles, important highlighted points. Let's say there's some diagrams. You have to just go through that quickly. So I give you 1 minute. Please start that. Great, Mebin and Ayush, you do that. That's great. Okay, I think most of you are done. Now let's go for the second part of step one. Before reading process, there is one more thing, and that is called pre-mindset. Yesterday also I was talking about pre-mindset, right? So let's do pre-mindset. So what you need to do is open the first page of the chapter, open the first page of the chapter, okay, and close your eyes. Sit in Dhyan Mudra, okay? Sit in Dhyan Mudra. Close your eyes. Take a deep breathing. Concentrate between your two eyebrows. Your eyes are closed. Now you have to tell your mind that I'm going to do a 3 minute speed reading round. In these 3 minutes, I'm going to give my best. I'll read 2 to 3 times faster. Whatever subject I'm reading is my best friend. Study is my buddy. Look at the cover page of that, visualize the cover page of that subject. That this is my friend. All the words, sentences, paragraphs, pages, and the whole chapter is getting registered in my mind. My all brain cells are active and alert. My memory is fully supporting me. And in next 3 minutes, I'm going to give my 110%. On the count of five, you will have to open your eyes, and for 3 minutes, you have to do speed reading of the chapter which you are revising. Five, four, three, two, one. Open your eyes and start reading. One minute is over. We are done with one chapter. You can go to the next chapter as well. Two minutes are over. Last 1 minute. Last 30 seconds. Last 10 seconds. Time up. Time's up. Step number three, close your eyes. Step number three, close your eyes. Please close your eyes. Relax yourself. And now, try to recall naturally whatever you can recall. Recollect as much as you can naturally. Even if you can recall one word, that's fine. Don't force yourself. Be very much relaxed because relaxation is equal to recollection. If you're not able to recall something, become more relaxed. Some of you will be able to see the whole page as it is. Last 10 seconds. Stop. Please stop. Stop, 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 stop. Okay. Great friends, you've done speed reading. I think most of you are doing it for the very first time. That's awesome. Please tell me, how was the experience? Okay, super friends. That's amazing. That's amazing. Keep on practicing this. The more and more you practice, the better you will become at it. And I told many of you that you will not see the effect immediately, right? So have patience for 2 to 3 weeks. Some of you must have got the immediate effect, but others will take time, and you should have patience for 2 to 3 weeks. Then only you will get the real result, right? Even if you didn't understand anything or whatever did not happen, uh, just need to devote something, because your brain is so much fixed of reading things slowly, because we have been instructed since our childhood that read slow. So it will take time for brain to accept the new way of reading. So give that much time. Secondly, if you are reading a fresh chapter and not the revision chapter, then also it will be difficult for you, right? But for rest of you, I'm sure that it must have created effect. If you feel that the speed reading was a good experience for you and you will practice them, just leave a heart, just leave a heart if you think that yes, you will keep on practicing that in future. And even if it was not a good experience, but you are willing to put it into the practice. So more than 200 people have left the hearts, and that's awesome. Great friends. Great. Now friends, with this I've completed two very important topics of the day: smart revision and speed reading. Now I'm going to go for the bonus technique. Bonus. Yeah. Now, before I go for the bonus techniques, I have something for you. Something interesting for you, because since last 1 hour we are learning so many things. So let me give you some good things to see, and then we'll go for the that. Right. So you must have seen that video of Zia Jain. Yeah. But some of you might not have seen that. Let me do one thing. I have specially taken out a 30 seconds clip from that. Can you see? She is blindfolded, okay, and now she is memorizing GST sections in front of CS students. Look at this. Claim of reduction in output tax credit, section 44, annual return, section 45, final return, section 46, notice to return defaulters, section 47 is levy of late fee. Section 49 is goods and service tax practitioner. 48 is goods and service tax practitioners. 49 is payment of tax, interest, and penalty and other. Wow. Do you think this is wow? What she did when she was in 8th standard? So that time she memorized 50 GST sections. Then in 9th standard she did a full 174 GST section show, which is there on my Instagram. Now, do you want to know how did she do this? Do you want to know how? I mean, what must be the techniques or what must be her preparation for this? Now, the surprise is she's here with us today. I specially invited her. She's here with us today, and she's going to share how much time did she take to do this, and what kind of techniques did she use. Yeah. So ready to listen to her, everyone? Leave a heart if you are ready to listen to her, because I think a ninth standard girl doing something which is way beyond her is extraordinary. So even if you know how did she practice, I'm sure that will be a great benefit for all of you. Before we go for bonus techniques, a quick chat with her. So she's here with us, Zia. Zia, if you can unmute yourself.
Hi, sir. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Zia. So welcome, first of all, welcome Zia for this. First of all, what was your state of mind when you did this memory show?
I was completely relaxed and calm. Yeah, in the beginning, before it began, during the introduction part, I was a little nervous, but as the show went on, I became more relaxed because the better you can recall if you are relaxed.
Correct,
So
correct.
that worked.
So friends, relaxation is the key, as she's saying. The memory show she gave with the help of relaxation. So for all of you who are giving exams, don't be in so much of stress. Be as much relaxed as possible. Now let's come to the technique part, Zia. What are the techniques which you learned, and how much time did you devote to complete this whole 174 GST sections, please?
I use the link system and the hanger system, and of course, speed reading to revise all of it. I took 15 to 20 minutes for 3 days to complete the 174 sections.
Wow. 15 to 20 minutes only, friends. And in just 3 days, she did it. Three techniques she mentioned. One is the link system, which is advanced level link system, which is now the next bonus technique which I'll be teaching. Second thing she mentioned is hanger system. That is something which we don't teach in this 3 days class. That is something which we teach in our advanced program because it deals with numbers. She has to remember numbers as well. Third thing is speed reading for revisions, and we have just now learned that. Zia, okay, let me tell something about Zia. She did our personal mentoring last year in April. Between April to June, she completed 100% portion of ninth standard, and she started doing her 10th standard portion as well. She learned German language on her own by using some advanced techniques. She gave this memory show as well. So in studies, I mean, you completed 100% portion in just 90 days. So what were your major techniques which you were using in studies?
Firstly, speed reading. Speed reading was helpful not only to complete my ninth standard portion, but since I've started my journey with SM2, like from sixth standard, I guess. So from then, like speed reading has been one of the most important ones. And then CRM link system was very helpful to learn answers. Also the capitals, the countries and capitals system, because geography, that was all, it was all about that. And then CRM mental summary charts were made it really quick to revise my answers. So because I guess all of these techniques were there, I was able to save a lot of time and focus on my hobbies also.
Right.
Also, in those passage of 3 months, I gained a habit of reading books, like non-study books, except for my schools.
Wow.
So that was really helpful.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So she does her studies so fast that she has a lot of time to do so many other productive things, and that is something which we all should aspire to do. And she mentioned the technique speed reading again, link system, capital method, which will again come in the next part. Speed reading has many levels. She is using all of them right from sixth standard. CRM, mental summary charts, all those are some advanced methods. Now, Zia, can you say something in German language?
Yeah, sure. Guten Tag, ich bin Sia, ich bin 40 Jahre alt. Ich liebte du Lernen zu deinem Workshop. Ich trainiere und Spaß zu Praxisei und ich liebte du. Danke.
Wow. We did not understand anything. Can you translate it for us? Whatever you said.
I said good morning. My name is Sia Jain. I am 14 years old. Um, I really love these techniques. They are fun to practice. The mentors are also really supportive, and it makes it really easy to study. Thank
Amazing, amazing. And friends, she did this German language using some advanced memory techniques only. Now she's learning Spanish as well. Now, there is one more hidden fact about her, and that is, yeah, Manila, she's new to that. That's why, don't worry. Uh, one more thing is that she did an engineering memory show with us. How many engineering students are here? How many engineering students are here? Engineering students. So she memorized some of the most complicated engineering formulae. Zia, if you can say one of them, the biggest one.
Okay, I am going to say one of the Cornell's equation. So here goes. Hg, that is height of gas phase transfer unit, is equal to 0.011 into z, that is Hg factor, into gas Schmidt number raised to zero point 0.5 into dc, that is column diameter, upon 0.305 whole raised to 1.11 into zc, that is column height, upon 3.05 whole raised to 0.33, or LWF, that is liquid mass flow rate per unit area, cross sectional area, into F1, that is liquid viscosity correction factor, into F2, that is liquid density correction factor, into F3, that is surface tension correction factor, whole raised to 0.5.
Oh, wow, this is amazing. How many of you are shocked? Beyond the shock, you are just completely like flabbergasted by what she's doing right now. Now, this is again, I was mentoring her to memorize such formulae, and she has not memorized one, she has memorized many of them. And her eyes were closed so that she cannot copy from anywhere. That's why she kept her eyes closed. That's the first rule of memory shows, right? So that's great, Zia. A girl who is in ninth standard, now she went into 10th standard, has no background of engineering, she's doing the biggest engineering formula. No background of commerce, she's doing 174 GST sections. No background of foreign language, she doesn't have German language in her school syllabus, she's learning German language. Now, that shows that if you have the right techniques, right attitude, right approach, right guidance, then whatever you are studying does not matter. Your techniques are sufficient for you to create wonders, and that's what Zia has done. Zia, one last question: if you have any tip, any suggestion to give to all the students?
Okay, so I think now that you have the right techniques, make sure you practice them every day. And in the beginning, it will be a little boring. It was for me. So, like, don't just start doubting the techniques. Keep on practicing it. I'm sure in a month or 15, 20 days, you'll be able to see the results. And trust me, it will be worth it. So just be consistent.
Consistency beats talent. Yeah, talented person without consistency has no result, but a non-talented person with consistency creates wonders. So if you are talented as well as consistent, you will easily become extraordinary. Be consistent. Today I'm going to share the practice chart with all of you, so that all the techniques which you have learned in the last 3 days, you keep on practicing them, right? So that's the beauty about this. And thank you so much for Zia for joining us. Wish you all the best, and thank you. Thanks a lot once again.
Thank you.
So this was Zia, and thank you, Zia, for joining us. If you got inspired by her, just leave a heart. If something has inspired you, and you will ensure that you will also practice it. Yeah. Now, friends, coming to the two bonus techniques. Technique number one. So first we'll do the multiplication table technique. Then we will do the advanced level of link system. Now that is the technique for country and capital, modern periodic table, your difficult pointer form answers, or whatever is there in your studies, right? So first let's do you know yeah, we do that personal mentoring, Karthik. We'll talk about that later. Let's first learn this technique of multiplication tables, and then we'll go for country capitals technique, which is the advanced level of link system. So multiplication technique, basically it's a Vedic maths technique. Okay, so how to do multiplication table of any two-digit number in just 1 minute. Even Maggie noodles takes more time. It will just take less than a minute for that. So let's go for it. Let's take the example of 51. So first thing is, make a uh, four columns. Make four columns. Veer, please connect to the numbers which we have provided. Please don't ask here about this. Please connect over WhatsApp admins. Thank you so much. So serial number 5 and 1. That is first thing. Now write the multiplication table of 5. Write the multiplication table of 1. Clear with this? Now let's see the magic. 51. So combine 5 and 1. 51 ones are 51. Combine 10 and 2. 51 twos are 102. 15 and 3 will become 153. 20 and 4 will become 204. 25 and 5 will become 255. 30 and 6 will become 306. 35 and 7 will become 357. 40 and 8 will become 408. 45 and 9 will become 459. Only here the step will be different. Why? Because 10 is a two-digit number. So 1 will go to 50, which will get added with 50 and will become 51, and 0, 510. So this is how you have done the 51 multiplication table in less than a minute, along with my explanation. Yeah. So this is 51. I hope that you enjoyed this. Let me give you one more example. Let's take even a higher number. Let's take 84. Okay. Again the same thing, sorry, 82, 82, right? Serial number 8 and 2. Now write down the multiplication table of 8, write down the multiplication table of 2, right? Now 82. So 8 and 2 combined becomes 82, right? 16 and 4 combined becomes 164. 24 and 6 combined 246. 32 and 8 328. 40. So from now onwards it will change. Why? Because it's a two digit number. So 1 will be added with 40, which will become 41, and 0 410. Similarly, here 48 and 12, 1 will be added with 48, which will become 49, and 2 492. 56 plus 1 57, and 4 574. 64 plus 1 is 65, and 6 656. 72 plus 1 is 73, and 8 738. 80 plus 2 is 82, and 0 820. Clear with this? So this is how you can do a multiplication table without actually multiplying, right? So that's what we do. This is for any two digit number, any two digit number it works, right from 10 up to 99. Okay. Now, this is the first technique which I had to share with you. There is one more bonus technique and the most awaited one, the advanced level of link system. Now, for this, I'll be giving you an example of countries and capitals. Using the same methodology, we can do periodic table or anything which comes up in your studies. Okay. So, let's do that. It's for multiplication tables, Harsh. Multiplication tables up to 10. Okay. Now, how to remember 100 countries with their capitals in 6 days. So let's say today is day one. So today we will start with 20 countries of Europe. I'll be sharing the list of all the 100 countries on the WhatsApp group in some time. So every day you can pick up few countries and you can memorize the capitals. Okay. Now, let's do it. So list of 20 countries of Europe along with their capitals. So let's start with this. So you can see the first column is the countries and second column is the capital of that particular country. Now, anyone who has not gone through the YouTube video, anyone who has not gone through the YouTube video which was provided yesterday, okay, 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 no worries. So what I'll do is I will repeat that whole story while I'm explaining this. Now, after this country capital things, okay, I'll share how to do the link system advanced level in your studies and in your day-to-day life. Okay. Then I'll be giving you the presentation of our advanced level program. Then I'll also give the three tips to parents, which is very important. And ultimately at 1 o'clock, I'll be sharing the meditation link with all of you. Now, it was shared on the WhatsApp group, Rajesh. Now, in that video, it was a very long story, right? There were 40 words in that story, which were the 20 countries and 20 capitals of Europe. Now, when I'll explain the story, I will decode what word means which country and which capital, right? Now, let's start with that. So, you are walking on the road and a bell was ringing, and you went inside and you saw that the people were brushing their teeth. So, bell and brush means Belgium and Brussels. Belgium is the country, Brussels is the capital. Bell and brush. Okay. Then the story goes ahead. You go out of that hall, and by mistake, you enter the lion's den, and a cop, a policeman, a cop stopped you. So, den and cop means Denmark and Copenhagen. You entered the den, and the cop stopped you. Copenhagen. So, Denmark is the capital, Copenhagen is the capital. Sorry, Denmark is the country, Copenhagen is the capital. The cop told you to pay the fine. You did not have the money, so he sent you to the hell. So fine and hell means Finland and Helsinki. Finland and Helsinki. Okay. Now inside the hell, a dance party was going on. Okay. And why people were dancing? Because someone had constructed Eiffel Tower inside the hell. Okay, so dance means France, and Eiffel Tower means Paris because Eiffel Tower is in the city of Paris, right? You started climbing the Eiffel Tower, and you went on the top of Eiffel Tower. You saw there were so many germs, and those germs were eating burger. So germ and burger. Germ means Germany, burger means Berlin. Germs and burger. Okay. You took the bread, you took the burger, you opened the bread, and you saw inside it, inside the bread there was grease, and eight hens came and started eating the grease. So Greece and eight hens. Greece means the country Greece, and eight hens means Athens. Athens is the capital of Greece. Those hens took you to the Iron Man. Iron Man had a doubling machine. Iron Man means Ireland. Doubling machine means doubling. So whatever you put inside the machine, it will convert into two things. Doubling machine. That doubling machine, in that doubling machine, you put one idli inside, and two idlis came out. Okay, and you ate those idlis and you started roaming the city. Idli and roaming. Idli means country Italy, and roaming means the city Rome. After roaming the city, when you uh, went back home in the night, what happened? You were tired, so you took the shower with two Lux soaps. Why two Lux soaps? Because country is Luxembourg, capital is also Luxembourg. Clear? Now, then next day morning you had two Monaco biscuits in your breakfast. Why two Monaco biscuits? Because country is Monaco, capital is also Monaco. Then you took your leather bag and you went into the city of Amsterdam. Leather bag means Netherlands, and city of Amsterdam is the capital of Netherlands. Then you went towards the north of the city where there was a road. The name of the road was Northway. Northway means Norway. And a signboard was there where it was written Go Slow. Go Slow means Oslo. Norway is the country, Oslo is the capital. You were walking slow and you saw a big pole. Okay, big pole means Poland. Yeah, pole is Poland, and you saw a war. So Warsaw. Warsaw is the capital of Poland. Then you went inside the port. You went inside the port, and you saw that the party which won the war, they captured the port. So that means Portugal, and they were so happy that they started kissing the wall of the port with their lips. Lips means Lisbon. Port and lips. Port is Portugal, lips is Lisbon. Okay. Then you went to from the port you went to Russia, and in Russia there was a mosque. Mosque means Moscow, which is the capital of Russia. And over there you met your friend whose name is Hussein. Hussein is not married. So San Marino. Hussein means San, not married means Marino, and capital is also San Marino. Right? His head started paining. So pain means pain. Pain means pain. Okay? And the pain was so terrible that he became mad. So mad means Madrid. So Madrid is the capital of Spain. Okay? Now, to calm him down, you took him to the vacation, you went to Switzerland. In Switzerland, it was too cold, so you started burning the wood. So Bern is the capital of Switzerland. Still it was cold, so you went to United Kingdom. In United Kingdom, you went to the city of London. Okay, and in the London city, it was your birthday, so you went to the sweet shop, that is Sweden, and you bought all the Stockholm. Stockholm is the capital of Sweden. This is how you remember 20 countries with their capitals in few minutes. Yeah. Now, how was it? How was it? How many of you enjoyed it? Leave a heart if you enjoyed this. Yeah. Now, let me tell you, you must be thinking that, sir, it's a too long story. How can I make such a long story and all that? So let me tell you, as a beginner, it's not compulsory to make the story of 20 countries straight. You can start with only five countries, make a small story, or you can even start with one country, Belgium and Brussels. Why to make the whole story? Why I made such a big story? Two reasons. One is I had done this memory show before 5 to 7 years, and I had to memorize so many countries. So I made a story on my own for my own use, and I gave that same story today to all of you. And second, I just wanted to show you that even if you make such a long story, you can remember, right? but you can start with smaller quantity. Okay, Swaksh is saying that I have learned the whole story. That's a great achievement. Yeah. And yeah, that's a shock. Definitely, Harita. That's kind of a shock, right? Now, friends, let me tell you one thing. You can start with smaller quantities. I'll give you the list of all 100 countries. From tomorrow onwards, you can start as it is. How many school students have a vacation? How many school students are here, right? As and you have the vacation in the month of May. Yeah. So for school students, it's a great opportunity to learn something new. Yeah. Now, friends, let's go ahead and let me share the advanced level of link system. I'm sure you all are waiting for that. How did I do it? Okay. Now, what is the difference between basic level of link system and the advanced level of link system? So the difference is that uh, advanced link system basic level is used for simple words: lion, mango, river, Virat Kohli, flower, box, diamond, car, diamond, India, car, cow. Simple words. But advanced level can be used for complicated words also, like periodic table, like chemistry words, like history words, like other languages, right? Such words, even if those words, you don't know those words, you've heard them for the first time, you don't know the meaning of the words, or those words do not have any picture, you can even use it for those things also. Okay, so there are three ways, there are three techniques through which you can make a picture for a word which has no picture. Okay, technique number one. Technique number one is that how you can just take the initial few letters. Let's say Belgium. So BEL. And instead of Belgium, I took the ringing bell. Okay. Technique number two, sorry, technique number one again. One more example, Brussels. So I took brush, BRUS. Copenhagen became cop. Denmark became den. Finland became fine. Helsinki became hell. Berlin became burger. Germany became germ. Right? So that is first way, taking first initial few letters. Technique number two, take a rhyming or a similar sounding word. For example, Italy became idli, France became dance, Rome became roaming, burn became burning, fire. Are you getting it? Spain became pain. So I took the rhyming word. That is technique number two. And technique number three, if nothing works, this will definitely work. And what is that? Breaking the word into two to three parts and creating a picture out of it. For example, uh, Athens. So I took the first, I broke it into two parts, eight ends. Okay. Stockholm. I broke it into two parts and made it into stock brought in the home. Do you remember that brain mall story? In that also I use this third technique, right? Cerebellum. Sarah who is ringing the bell, right? So I use the same thing, right? So these are the three ways. With these three ways, you can convert any word which doesn't have a picture or a complicated word into a picture. Then you can use the four rules of link system which you learned yesterday. Now, how to use it in your studies and day-to-day life. So let me give you a few examples. First example, let's say you have a 10-point pointer form answer. How many of you struggle with pointer form answers? You don't remember them. Okay, you always forget one or 2 points. Okay, now what to do about that? Let's say that you have a 10-point answer and every point has a heading. So from the heading, select one important word, only one word, right? So those 10 points will convert into 10 words. Now, if those words do not have a picture, use these three techniques and give them a picture and then make a link story. You will remember that pointer form answer. Remember the brain mall story? I use the same things. Okay. Second thing, periodic tables. So let's say you have all the 100 plus elements of periodic table. For each element, you can use these three techniques, convert them into some kind of picture, and then do a linked story. Okay. Let's say you are not a student. Let's say you are, a working person, and you want to remember your to-do list. So write down all the things which you need to do today, and select one keyword. Let's say 10 things, and then convert them into a link story. Okay, similarly, you can remember purchase list, meeting agenda. You can remember so many different things of your studies as well, right? So this is how you can remember. You can use the advanced level of link system, and you can remember whatever you want to remember. So even Zia used this similar method to remember 74, 100, 174 GST sections, right? So this is how you can practice the link system. No, for formulae there is some other method, Vivek. This system will not be uh, able to be used. Okay. Now, let me tell you whatever we have done so far, and I have to give you the. Okay. Do you guys remember yesterday I had given you some tasks and you have to complete it before 3 p.m. today? Then only you will get the medals. Yeah. So please ensure that you submit your tasks. And today, whatever we have done five basic techniques and two advanced techniques. You learned the foundations of memory, you learned IWM, you learned about concentration boosting, you learned the basic level of link system. Today you learned the smart revision, speed reading, bonus technique 1, that is multiplication tables, bonus technique 2, that is country capitals method, which is also the advanced level of link system. And now, before we go for the advanced level workshops presentation, tasks of day 3. Task of day 3 is revise two chapters by using speed reading. Time limit is 3 p.m. tomorrow, and fill up the Google form before 3 p.m. tomorrow, right? And now, before now is the time for me to give you the presentation of our advanced level program, and then I'll give three tips to parents. And at the end of the day, I'm going to give you the link to the five senses meditation, right? Now, for us to start with the, yeah, all the questions which you have, I'll have us, you all know, right? In the end, we do the question answer rounds. All your questions, Saptika, I'll take care of it in the end. Towards the end, I'll take care of it. Don't worry at all. Okay. Now, friends, I want to just run a poll. Just want to run a poll. Please answer the question. If if your parents are there with you, write yes in the poll. Can you see the question on the screen? Yeah. If you are attending with the parents, write yes. If not, write no. Parents will get a special tips. And friends, please quickly write the answer, and then I'll go for the the presentation. Amir, I already helped you memorize 20 countries of Europe. I'll give you the list of 100 countries on the WhatsApp group. Okay. Last 10 seconds, quickly fill up. Quickly fill up. All the questions, I'll answer them in the later stage. All the questions I'll answer in the later stage. Please don't ask me right now. Definitely, I'll answer each and every question. Now, friends, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and let me give you the presentation of our advanced level program. Now, to all the parents who are coming for the very first time, I have invited you with the purpose of presenting our next level program, and I welcome all of you. Now, to start with, I have an important question to all of you, and the question is that how many of you agree with me that whatever we are studying, and ultimately we want to go into some career, and for that, whatever examinations which we give, those examinations play a key role. Do you agree with me that exam is a very important benchmark of our uh, career as a student? Ultimately, it will lead to our working career, right? Do you agree with me that exams do play a very important role? Yeah. Now, something which you were not at all aware about before. Again, it will be a shock for all of you. Right from fifth standard up to post graduation, whatever exams you give in whichever board, whichever stream, or whichever competitive exam, there are only 21 types of questions which can be asked, right from fifth standard up to post graduation. How many of you are aware about this? There are only 21 types of questions which can be asked. There is no 22nd type of question which is invented. There are only 21 types of questions. Yeah, you were not aware about it, and still you take the tension. Only 21 types of questions. Now, do you agree with me that if you know how to deal with these 21 types of questions, what are the methodologies, what are the techniques to be applied, you'll be better prepared for the exam? Do you agree with me? There are only 21 types of questions. If you know how to deal with them, you will create wonders no matter which exam you give in. Why did I call Zia here? To give you the live proof that she doesn't know the sections, but she knows how to memorize the sections. She doesn't know the engineering formula in the background of that, but she knows how to memorize the formula. So if you know those 21 types of questions, you can create wonders in your studies. Do you want to know what are those 21 types of questions? Yeah. So I'm going to share that. I'm going to share today with all of you. What are those 21 types of questions? And that's what we take in our advanced level program. Now you must be aware about Shakuntala Devi, Srinivasa Ramanujan. My thing is that they knew the basics, okay, of mathematics. So they could solve the the complex sums of mathematics. Similarly, if you know how to deal with the 21 types of questions, you can also create wonders the way they did. Now, in our advanced level program, what is our vision? So there are 4 points which we do in our vision. First is mastery in 21 aspects of the studies, 21 different types of questions. Okay. Second is super confidence for exams, right? Third is can compete in global memory championships. We have produced many memory champions. Zia is also one of them. Okay, providing support at every step. Did you enjoy the kind of support you got in the last 3 days? And do you want me, Kimi ma'am, Urvi ma'am, and our entire team to support you till the time you complete your studies, till the time you complete your post graduation? Do you want that support? Okay, we are there to give you that support. Now, what exactly we do? So these are the 21 types of questions. You can take a screenshot of this. Uh, Yes, Aspak, it is useful for you. Don't worry. Okay. Now, what are the 21 types of questions? Here we go. This is the list which is applicable for anyone between 5th standard to post graduation. Right? Pointer form answer, paragraph form answers, definitions, formulae, chemical terms, history names, law sections, dates and years, numbers, economic data, words and meaning, foreign language words with meaning, long words, countries, capitals, author names, MCQs, distinguish between remembering tables and charts, maps, diagrams, GK information, remembering poems, right? Now, if you know how to deal with this, you can create wonders. Please take a screenshot. Please take a screenshot of this. Okay. Now, that's what we do in our advanced level program. For each and every one, everything of out of these 21 things, we have not only one, we have multiple techniques. You can choose from that. Okay. Now, anyone of this board can use these techniques. Okay, all the school boards, entrance, science, commerce, arts, engineering, medical, psychology, dentistry, UPSC and other competitive exams, MBA, CA, CS, law, banking and railways. Okay. Now, what do we do? So it's a mix of pre-recorded course plus live sessions. So pre-recorded sessions you have to complete in 21 days, 45 minutes each, plus 6 live sessions of 2 hours each, plus study implementation worksheets, plus WhatsApp doubt clearance, plus a Telegram community. Right? Now let's first talk about the pre-recorded videos. So there are 5 modules, total 44 videos, 22 worksheets, one exam vision statement board, two affirmation posters, and three practice checklists. Right? Now, first module is answers and concept learning. How many of you struggle with long answers? You know what? How many of you struggle with definitions? So we have two techniques to remember definitions word to word. 7 different techniques to understand and learn long answers, even if the answer is a 10-page long answer. 7 different techniques. Okay? And 5 steps of learning a chapter. Do you want to do self-study? Like for example, school students, you are having your May vacation. How about learning the chapters of the next year in this vacation using the 5 steps? You can do that without the explanation by the teacher. Second module is speed reading mastery, basic level, advanced level, word capturing method, reverse reading, all the 4 levels of speed reading. So it's a one stop solution for all your speed reading requirements. Okay, one stop solution. And next is MCQ and objectives mastery. How many of you are really struggling with MCQs and objectives, right? And you want a desperate solution for that. And for that, we do this thing in objectives and MCQ mastery. Long word with meaning. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious pneumono ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis hippopotomonstrosesquipedaliophobia toxinoxine Such long words you can remember very easily. Then foreign language words with meaning. Then names of authors and characters, uh, names of cities, rivers, capitals, remembering numbers, remembering law sections, remembering history dates, remembering mathematical formulae. 80 to 100 formulae can be memorized instantly by using these techniques. The next and the last one is exam preparation mastery. How to prepare for exams, exam vision, exam confidence meditation, bottle cap revision method. All that is covered here. And there is one more module, and that is foundations mastery. Okay, foundations mastery. So basic foundations will be cleared in this. And okay, these are the things which we do. So these are the results of the students who have created the results after just within a month or two of doing this workshop. You can see all these results after just doing the workshop in, and within 1 or 2 months they had their exams. Now, these are the results which have been created after 4 to 6 months of doing the workshop. Okay, a CA student like Darshan. In law, we need to remember case studies which used to take 3 to 4 hours for each case study. Now it just takes 1 hour. Okay. Again, Ketki Gangar, cleared her CA final exam after 4 months of doing this workshop. Right now, these are the results of the students who have practiced a lot. Like for example, Vinith, he did it in ninth standard. Even in his engineering, now he's doing post graduation. Still, the techniques are helpful to him. Chavi, she did this workshop when she was in 12th standard. Even in her MBA study, she used these techniques. I topped my university. I received the gold medal and academic excellence award using these techniques. Okay, Zia, you already know about her. This is this guy Aradhya Datarkar, 7-year-old child. He has created his YouTube channel and he's doing his memory shows on YouTube channel. He memorized periodic table. He memorized longest English dictionary words, and that's what he's creating. Okay, now memory championship, we go beyond studies. So these are the 6 out of top 25 students, top 25 memory athletes who participated in last year's memory Indian memory championship, and they are trained by us, and they have created these results in memory championship apart from their studies. And this guy Adish Babu, he got into the India Book of Records. He is the youngest and the fastest Indian to say countries with their capitals, 100 countries with their capitals, and he is just 6 year old. All these are our students. And now the fees part. What is the fees which we cover? So if you do if you do the personal mentoring program, which is our highest level program, this is not that. This is level one. Level two is personal mentoring program, for which we charge 40,000 rupees. But this is not level 2, this is level 1. For level 1, we charge very less. We charge just rupees 15,000. And if you register today, the fees will be much more less. Much more less. And before I announce the fees, let me tell you one thing. 15,000 rupees, 15,000 rupees is, even your mobile phone is much more cheaper than 15,000 rupees. Are you getting it? Much more, expensive than the 15,000 rupees. In 15,000 rupees, you will get all this and much more. But today, I'm going to give you further discount, and it's a